Welcome between these hallowed hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, home to the Georgia Bulldogs. They've had a little chicken, they've had a little drink, and friends, it's time once again to let the big dogs eat. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 20th ranked team of the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tee it up. Chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The offense set for a first down play. Wide out in motion. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And these defensive tackles just eat the arm. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Wants to fire on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He'll pull it down and run. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. They'll give it to the back. Keeps the legs moving. Smashes ahead. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
Yeah, and that's not the start you wanted if you're on this defense. Like, you lost last week, looking to bounce back. One thing you can't do, man, give up explosive plays on the ground. This defense has to hunker in, dial in a little bit. Last week was a struggle. Let's get back on track.
And the Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Looking to the end zone. And it's intercepted. Turnover for the defense. Great job by the freshman. Kept his eyes in the right place and made the play.
When you get in the red area, as a quarterback, you got to be dialed in. You got to be really sharp, really crisp. You have to play with great timing. The field is so shrunk. Everybody's got such a little area to cover. Fitting in it in tight windows is tough to do, and he failed on that play right there.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He'll do it himself. On the move at the 30.
Here's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. They'll throw it on first down. It's complete to the left. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. How about the big fella showing some wheels and rumbling ahead?
How about those soft hands by the big fella, just proving the athleticism that he has. You know, people look at fullbacks like big, dumb animals that just hit people. You know what? Look at that. He shows you athlete.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player. But this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play call? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Matthews. At the 35, he's open. He's off to the races. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Matthews. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw. The receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down, giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll go with a direct snap. Inside the 30. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
And the Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Powers through the defender. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way, and they finally get him down at the 2. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And what did I start for this offense? The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. This Bulldog offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads. Trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Quick handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. Makes the grab on the left side. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, and they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those mid runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. When you used to be able to make that play years ago, you're not doing it here in big-time college football. Not good.
Split the upright. It's good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. TCU escaped with the victory. And I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win. But I think those Horned Frog fans could have done without this one being so close. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
They want to run it left here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes his connection. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. They'll try to really get into this one. Fair catch called for and made. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game.
And when you run those drag routes. It just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Now on 2nd down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. Check.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And the defense gets to the quarterback. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. This is a 3rd and long.
Jackrabbit. Acorn.
Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Throws to the tight end. And that pass intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I could be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out a wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, man.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to...
He's going for it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
This offense has a 2nd down play.
Razor. Dino.
They move the tight end all over. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Gets it out quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds his man. It's Frazier. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation of the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll call for the fair catch here. This late in the half, here's the this drive firing. Quick strike complete. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Going up top on first down. Working that left side now. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Now adjusting. He'll get rid of it. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Trying to set the tone with the run. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Here's the handoff. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And the Buckeyes get it past the sticks.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football in first downs. So they'll take anything they can get. Nice third down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it third and short. Find a way to get this offense on an upward trajectory, because so far this season, they've really struggled.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Still on his feet at the 45. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
losing a couple on that last play. Here's 2nd and 12. With jet sweep pass. Still running at the 35. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down. Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making a big tackle in the open field.
After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollack, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar in the standard for D-line play at the University of Georgia. It was his athleticism. It was his tenacity. He wasn't just getting sacks and tackles for losses. He was picking off passes and taking them to the house. He was like the honey badger before the honey badger, but playing D-line. All time.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle to prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Catch is made at the 15. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher, Reese Davis, this is very ungood. Just nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find something.
Well, the plays look good against the scout team during the week in practice, but they have just not been able to find a rhythm against this defense today.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Ohio State. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field. And oftentimes, he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
The completion short of the sticks. It's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give him a first down. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
Trying to find his man on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Coleman. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Quarterback checking off. Looking to pass on second down. Fires to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Try to get the first through the air. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab on the left. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Ready?
And the Dogs are moving quickly down the field.
Cricket.
Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the back. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. They keep attacking through the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down.
Here we go.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Give to the single back. Discards a man. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
Yeah, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the right. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the punishment has been extended. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Liberty rose to the occasion when it needed to, and they'll be celebrating a solid victory there in Lynchburg. Week by week, you can feel the momentum building within that program. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that. It sounds as if they had a good one there. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you can tell, takes it out, good blocking, give them a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back. You don't see Jesse Palmo turning kicks. No. You see the fast guys. You see open space, and boom, he's got it.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over. They'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Complete to start this drive. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It happened. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that and start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. The snap sets up the throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Matthews. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. And they force a negative play.
And the Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coach...
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Got room on the return. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin. And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together...